morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here on, where did we go? No, where we at? Yeah, Taup Hollow. Completely drew a blank. That's how scatterbrained my mind has been these last couple weeks. But we're gonna start off with some 11,944 sneaky snacking, which is pretty good. A lot more than what I expect. Well, no, I did check before I went to sleep last night, and Cubone here had, I think it was 3 or 4 main skill triggers yesterday, so it was only at like 78 or 79% energy when I went to sleep. So that may be why, because his efficiency was a lot higher than typical, but pretty good. I will take it. I wasn't able to get to Ultra 2 last night like I wanted, so unfortunately today's sleep will still only be the one possible chance for Onyx, but we've got 11,902 total sleep points. And let's just go ahead and jump into it, see if we can find that Onyx that we have been searching for, if we got the right sleep type. That has been the biggest issue for me with the Onyx. I cannot talk today with the Onyx hunt, is that both Onyx and Steelix only spawn on slumbering sleep. So gotta hope that you got it and it doesn't. I might have just barely. There we go. Okay, good. So we do have a chance for Onyx today. I actually haven't looked to see when Steelix starts to spawn, but I assumed that it was just in the master ranks. Well, not looking too great. I think that means we only have 3 possible Onyx spawns. Nothing is on screen now, so let's see. All 6 sleep styles that we already had. Quite a few duplicates. Got 2 Geodudes, which I didn't think I had buried sleep, but I guess so. 2 Geodudes, a Graveler, a Riolu, why not, and an Igglybuff. Still no Onyx today, unfortunately. Game's crashing though, I can tell. Okay, we're back. Straight into the feeding phase. Nobody's hungry, it looks like. Although there was a weird way that it loaded in, so I'm not really sure what that was about. We don't have the Eevee that we fed yesterday, which is unfortunate. Not really super worried about a Geodude right now. That shiny that we got was actually pretty solid. I do need a better Igglybuff, and we've already started feeding this one, so let's just go ahead and finish that off, and we'll take an Igglybuff home with us today. I think I have a pretty decent one, but definitely doesn't hurt to have a better one. Let's go ahead and take that with us and move on. Honestly, getting a better why not wouldn't be the worst case scenario either, with them talking about giving us more reasons to use or more methods to use our dream shards. Having a good dream shard magnet Pokemon may not be the worst, and I'm pretty sure that why not is it why not, or is it Riolu, or is it both? I know for sure Riolu, but I don't know, maybe it's both. Let's send out some Riolu candy today. Quite a bit of candy from these sleep styles. Oh, okay. I was confused for a second why we got 7 candies for a 2 and a 3 star, but it's because the 2 star was an evolution. But that is enough XP to get us to level 35. I will take a free grape biscuit. Those are always nice. So 942 XP and 1,668 dream shards. That is pretty good for a fairly underwhelming sleep research. But let's go ahead and jump into figuring out if this Igglybuff is gonna be sticking around or if we're gonna send it to live with the professor. We have a level 10 with Timid. And Igglybuff is a skill specialist with honey, and oil. Not too bad, actually, on the ingredient front. Sub skills, skill trigger S is a great start. Inventory up S, and then we've got inventory up M. Not the best to have both, and inventory up L. Not good to have all three for sure. And helping speed S at level 100. So these sub skills are pretty bad. XP gains, a timid nature is also very bad. So not looking very promising. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be in terms of the skill trigger value. I'm actually kind of surprised it's that high with only skill trigger S and not nature to help out. But overall, let's check out the total strength. Yeah, total strength is very, very poor. So this is saying it couldn't be much worse. A calm nature would make it worse. Would it? I feel like a calm nature would actually be better than what I have. But interesting. The sub skills, yeah, those could make it worse. I don't know. Only a 70-point difference in strength between mine and the worst, so that is pretty bad. So yay, guess this one is not going to be living with us. We will be sending this one to live with the professor. But we did get another point on the Igglybuff friendship, so that's good. All right, another 330 sneaky snacking. Oh, we got a medal. Oh, 2 new news. Is it? Yeah, 2 new news. All right. 3. Okay, well, we kind of see what they are. So let's go ahead and jump into the good sleep day. Let's get those dates and if there's anything different. I'm just going to skim through this one pretty quickly because we typically know what this is. Rest the very best, night of a full moon. So drowsy power again is multiplied by 1.5 on day 1 and 3, and on the day of the full moon it will be multiplied by 4. That's different. Well, day 1, November 26th, which is Sunday, is 1.5. Day 2, maybe it's because it's a Monday they're multiplying it by 4, since Monday most of us aren't going to have a very high Snorlax rank, so maybe they're just trying to make it feel a little more special rather than multiplying you know, what, 1,000,000 drowsy power times 2. So maybe that's what the deal is, which if that's the case, it's good to know that they're taking that into account, and we'll just have to wait and see if that's going to be the case going forward. So yeah, day 1, Sunday, November 26th, day 2, Monday, November 27th, and day 3, Tuesday, November 28th. So we get 1.5 times on day 1 and 3, and 4 times on day 2. Good to know. Very good. It looks like the bonus sleep points are the same, and it looks like the bonus sleep XP multiplier is the same, times 2 on days 1 and 3 and times 3 on day 2. So yeah. Oh, they do go on to explain it. From now on, the multipliers for drowsy power on the night of a full moon during good sleep day events will depend on the day of the week. So that is the case. It seems like they are doing this to take into account the lower drowsy power at the beginning of the week. So on Mondays, if the second day of the event, which is the day of the full moon, falls on Monday, it's times 4 multiplier to drowsy power. If it falls on a Tuesday, it's times 3. Falls on a Wednesday, it is times 2.5. And then any other day, Thursday through Sunday, it will be times 2, which pretty fair. That makes sense. I get why they did it. No worries, no concerns there. Drowsy power on the days before and after a full moon will always be 1.5 regardless of the day of the week. Could be better, but that's fine. I don't have any complaints about that. Important, each day of the good sleep event rolls over at 4. This is all the standard stuff that they say for every event. Make sure you start tracking before 4 o'clock, all that fun jazz. So there is new stuff there. Good change. Happy with that. Well, let's check out these good sleep day bundles. So we usually get, I think we've gotten them every time, the good sleep day bundles to go along with the good sleep day event. Looks like we're getting one bundle this time around, just like always. So the good sleep day bundle volume 4, which is available November 24th, which is Friday, I believe, until November 29th, which I think is Tuesday. So the bundle contents, we've got 2 growth incense, 2 luck incense, 2 focus incense, and 9 great biscuits for 1,500 diamonds. Not a terrible price for all of that. 9 great biscuits, typically 1,800 diamonds. So to get the great biscuits and unfortunately no friend incense, those are usually the ones I like to go for on the good sleep day. But growth incense is really good for the night of the full moon when you get the ×3 multiplier. If you have a Pokemon that has what is it, sleep XP bonus that gives a bonus to the XP your Pokemon earn, and then the ×3 multiplier and a growth incense, you end up with I think it's 6.8 times XP if I remember correctly. So you can get like 600 and something XP just for one night's sleep if you get a full 8.5 hours. So that's not too bad. Again, I'm not going to be buying it. I definitely don't have the diamonds to buy it anyway. So even if I wanted to buy it, couldn't. But if you got the diamonds, it doesn't seem like a bad bundle, especially for the 9 great biscuits. That's not terrible. And 2 of each of the incense, again, can't talk today. 2 of each of the incense except for the friend incense. So not too bad, not too bad. And then happening soon, Eevee Week, which we did know about already, begins at 4 a.m. November 20th, which is still 3 days away at this point. Eevee Week 2023, a week-long event. Celebrate Eevee Day, November 21st, during which Eevee and its evolutions are more likely to gather sleep. You'll be able to encounter Pokemon of different sleep types regardless of your own, and Eevee and its evolutions will be more likely to appear. If you're lucky, you might even meet a shiny Eevee. So if we're conducting sleep research on Eevee Day, November 21st, we do get an extra 1,121 bonus sleep points, which will help me make up for all the sleep points I spent during Halloween. Eevee Incense through special missions. Feel like this is pretty much what we read earlier this week. Yeah, day 1 Monday, day 7 Sunday, so it's the entire week. Participating in the event is easy. Just tap the sleep and record your sleep like you normally do. Doesn't matter. That is the main point. Why does it always do that? That is the main point, is that you can do this on any island, so you're not limited to green grass. Go to whatever island you want to go to that has, if you want to catch the evolution instead of the Eevee, go to the island that has the evolution that you're looking for. And then, yeah, this just runs through everything we discussed the other day, that November 21st, greater chance to see Eevee and its evolutions, and the bonus 1,121 sleep points. Sleep styles don't matter. It'll be as if you had a balanced sleep style regardless of what sleep style you actually get. And main skills for all helper Pokemon are 1.5 times more likely to be triggered. That said, this is something you can do. I'm not saying you should do. If you want to stock up on ingredients at the beginning of the week, have all 5 of your team members be ingredient magnet main skills, and try to get that to proc as much as possible and fill up your ingredient bag. That's a good time to do that if that's what you want to do. That also applies to any of the other main skills, so if you want to get those to proc more often, do that as well. Other days, November 20th and the 22nd through the 26th. Also, increased chance of EV and the evolutions. Sleep style doesn't matter regardless of what you get. It looks like you still get balanced and still have a 1.5 times more likely to trigger main skills. So yeah, that's what I'm not gonna say that's what I would do because I don't know that I want to do that, but getting ingredient magnets and starting out that way, not a bad way to start the week. Get stocked up and then you can not have to worry about it for a while. Pokemon that are easier to encounter, you're gonna see Eevee probably quite a lot. They say much greater, but in fairness, they said that for the Halloween Pikachu, and I feel like we didn't see it all that often. I think we only saw 4 or 5 throughout the week, and a couple of them were doubled up. Maybe I saw a couple more than that, but around 5, which is a decent amount. But I know there were a lot of people that reported they only saw 1 or 2 the entire week. That is unfortunately how RNG works, though. Some people see 20 of them for the week. Some people only see 1 or 2. That is unfortunately the nature of the beast. And then did not mean to do that. And then greater appearance of all the evolutions. So you do have a good chance of seeing those. Flareon, Espeon and Sylveon being some of the better ones that you could go for if you just want to skip evolving the Eevee completely. Those would be the ones I'd recommend really looking at to see if they're going to fit in a good place on your team. But Vaporeon and Umbreon also are a close runner-up that maybe they'll fit on your team in certain specific scenarios. Jolteon, of course I gotta say Jolteon because it's my favorite of the evolutions. A fantastic berry gatherer, has a really high speed. I think it's like 30 minutes or something like that is the frequency, 35 minutes, but it's kind of a one-trick pony, and it only really helps when you have the, I think it's Greppa berries is what they're called, the electric type berries. So if you need it, go for it, but I wouldn't. Unfortunately, Jolteon's not as good as I would like it to be. But Flareon, Espeon, and Sylveon, top tier. Actually, Glaceon is a really good one to look into if you want an Ice Berry gatherer as well. So keep that in mind. The much great, that's worded kind of weird. The much greater appearance rate for, no, it's not. I just don't know how to read. The much greater appearance rate for Eevee applies to all areas, regardless of the island you're on, and then they list which island you need to be on for the evolutions. So be sure to take the next couple days, look into all the evolutions, what they're good at, what they're bad at, what niches they fill, see if you need them for your team, and then do your research on the island where they spawn if you want to just catch them outright without evolving an Eevee. You'll only be able to see 1 sleep style each for Flareon and Leafeon. Other sleep styles will be viewable in a new area that will be added in the future, which we knew we were going to get new islands, but I think this is the first time in news that they've actually talked about it. So that's interesting for the future. And then the rest is the typical, make sure you sleep by 4 a.m. The day rolls over at 4 a.m. Start sleep tracking by then and all that other fun reminders. But yeah, Eevee week should be pretty interesting. Number of fighting types studied, 30, 10 diamonds. Thank you, please. Yeah, really good news. Happy about that. Kind of excited about Eevee week. I have not evolved any of my Eevees. I do need some better ones before I do that. So really looking forward to Eevee week. We've got 42 reports and 5 doubled up candies, and only one of them is rank 5. So just on my limited anecdotal experience, it seems that I'm getting about 10% of my friends doubling up on candy, which is not a bad number, especially since this is the only one that's been rank 5 that doubled. Yesterday I had, I think 3 3 that doubled up out of 45 reports, and none of them were rank 5. So it does seem like there's a fairly good chance to get double candy. So not too bad. Not too bad. Kind of liking how that is going so far. But that said, let's go ahead and jump into making some breakfast. I know Snorlax is hungry, as am I. I haven't had a chance to eat yet. We did get a metronome triggered. What is it going to be? Cream shard magnet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to eat yet. Woke up to a few piles of dog vomit today, so I had to spend some time cleaning that up, and then got time to record the episode, which I'm recording a little later than I normally would, just barely squeaking in breakfast here because of that. And so I haven't even had a chance to eat yet, but we're gonna feed Snorlax. We do have everything we need for, ooh, I don't have any extra ingredients. Ginger seems to be pretty easy for me to get. Larvitar is very, very consistent about bringing me quite a lot of ginger, so let's just throw that in there to get the bonus. Chewing is important too. 7,550 on those steadfast ginger cookies. Just shy of level 13. Yeah, I'm kind of liking how the team is so far. I do wish that we had been on Ultra 2 last night just to get that extra potential Onyx spawn, but overall, this team has been doing great. It's keeping me a little lower in the ranks so that I'm not just diluting the spawn pools. And it has been good to consistently have the ingredients to cook what I want. We did get another 2 potential spawns or sleep styles, which one of those should have been Onyx. We did complete a mission. Let's go ahead and grab that while we're at it. Dream cluster. My bag is full. Maybe it's about time to let's see. Is it that time? It might be. What is it? General store? Is that where it's at? Let's see. 635 diamonds. Expand item pocket. I think it is that time. Because I've been getting that message quite a lot lately. All right, now let's go and collect our dream cluster. And then I did ask you guys in the pinned comment yesterday if I should evolve this Ivysaur using handy candies. And the answer I got was probably not. While it is good, the sub skills are not ordered in the most desirable way. I slightly disagree. I like the inventory up being early on because that is more time that's less frequently that I have to come back and check the game to make sure that its pack is cleared out. But it would be nice if only the inventory up S or L were up front and one of them swap places with the ingredient finder. That would have been fantastic. So really, this Ivysaur, while it does look great because you're only seeing the 81%, which is what it averages out to over its level 60 life, you're not seeing the progress there. And if I remember correctly, its rank is very low until 50 and 30, 50, and 60 when it unlocks the new tomatoes and berry finding. So I think for now we're just gonna invest the candies that we get naturally into it. We're not gonna put any handy candies in it. But that said, that does mean that I can get it to a little bit of a higher level, or maybe not. I may only invest the candies above 80 and just make sure that I always have 80 candies so that when we get there, we have what we need to evolve it. because 4 levels ultimately is not going to make much of a difference in its frequency. And using the candies will just help us get it there a little bit faster. But that's what we got. That's where we're at. And that's what I've got for you today with another 884 sneaky snacking to sign off. Thanks for coming around and watching the video. Be sure to like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.